But before I talk about that though, for Orlando, so the show was really last minute because I reached out to them because I was like, hey, we worked together in February and I would love to come back to Orlando while I'm in Florida, just because if I don't come to Orlando this time, I don't really know when's the next time I'll be able to come to Florida, or specifically Orlando, just because, as someone who's not that famous yet, opportunities come and go pretty rarely. Sometimes I get a lot of opportunities, sometimes I don't. It really depends on the season and stuff. So I'm slowly growing more and more, so I'm getting more and more opportunities. So thanks for recording me falling off the stage. But when I was in Orlando, because it was so last minute, there wasn't too much anyone could do. So they booked me just anything possible. So like they booked me an Airbnb in a pretty random place because it was the only place that was available. And when I showed up to the Airbnb, I was so scared because my Airbnb, no hate though, I thought this was fire. I thought this was fun. My Airbnb was just connected to a house. It's connected to a house. Is Jay and me collabing? Probably not anytime soon. Jay is focused on his debut, and I'm so excited for his debut. And we'll still see each other all the time, but not right now. Professionally, I want him to have a really successful debut on his own first, and I wanna be able to grow on my own first too. I don't want to just like collabing with him would obviously help me, but I wouldn't want to take advantage of his kindness as a friend, you know? Like I want to be my own person and blow up. Even if it takes longer or it's really hard for me to blow up on my own, I'd rather try to prove that I can do it on my own than to rely on his fame or whatever. So I'm really excited for his debut though. Shout out Jay. Please support his debut. It's coming out soon. I listened to one of the songs, the full version, and Rockstar is really good. So please listen to Rockstar. That's my favorite song off that EP. It's really good. And the dance video is really good. You're about to see some crazy dance era, Jay. You're about to see some crazy stuff. But as I was saying my story, yeah, so they booked me in an Airbnb that was attached to some like Latino household. And I was like, this only makes sense. Like, like at this point, what is my life? I'm down for the count. I wasn't uncomfortable. Let me just live here at some random dude's house. So I went inside and literally the owner with his big ass dog was just standing there grilling me as we were entering. And I was just like, is this not the right house? Like, am I accidentally, is this, in his eyes, is he seeing like an Asian dude break into his house right now? So I had to clarify. I had to go, excuse me, sir, is this the Airbnb? And he's like, with his big dog, he's like, yeah, this is the Airbnb. And he puts his cigarette down and just walks in the house. And I was like, okay. So I walk in the house and it was like literally just a Latino household. My Airbnb for Orlando was just like the blue popcorn walls, a random picture of a bird on the wall. It was super clean though. Like it was amazingly clean. The towels had like the, like Latino, like when you're like, don't ask me why I know so much about this. My ex was Latina. So like when you're in the kitchen and Latinas have like the really floral hand wipes, like the towels, to use to wipe dishes. And it's like just really floral. They had that on the side. Like I literally just stayed in someone's like Latino's basement and I was like, this is fire. But in the middle of the night, I heard something clawing at my door. Right. So I was like, is that a ghost? Is there a ghost at my door? And I was scared, but I was like, maybe it's someone knocking. So I opened the door slightly and their dog was just waiting for me. And he was just sitting there, just looking at me, just waiting. And I was like, do you want me to play with you? And he's like, he couldn't talk, but he was like, he nodded like, yes. So I just spent an hour playing with him at 3 a.m. in the morning. I have literally a picture of this dog. Wait, I posted it on my Instagram. So I spent my whole time in Orlando just playing with this dog. And the owner didn't care. This owner was just seeing some random Asian dude dressed hella bisexual playing with their dog. And he didn't care. He was just like, I trust this dude. And yeah, that dog was fire. I really, 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 really like this dog.